Praise God, saints. I welcome each and every one of you today. And I want to share with you a dream I had. And I hope God blesses you. Before we begin, let us pray. Father, I welcome you, precious Holy Spirit. Come and take over now. Speak unto your people, God, and give them the strength and grace to understand each and every word I'm going to be sharing. In Jesus' name, amen. So, saints, I want to be brief, but I pray that the dream really blesses you and that you can pick up the message. I had a dream about the rise of the antichrist, and we were like in a certain big building, very big building with some of my former schoolmates, and they were trying to speak to me about how hell was really not, like how horrible and terrible hell was, and they were talking to me how they wouldn't wait for anyone to go into such a place. And in my dream, as we were still talking, it was like a very, very big building. And then I was like trying like to move around. And then suddenly, there appeared like how can I tell you? Do you know like a golden star, kind of like a golden star flown in the sky. And when it appeared, each and every person began to look upwards. And everyone was screaming and saying, "Look at the golden star, look at the golden ring." It was like, I don't know, it was a star with a ring, yeah? So there were like some stars and then with a golden ring, kind of. Like it was like as was like a throne. That's how it looked like. So we began to shout and scream. And as each and every person was still like looking up, the words began to appear in the clouds. And the words were like, it was like warning words of the rapture and how soon it was about to take place. And the last word I remember, it was like, share this message if you can. And then when that word finished, there appeared a word in the clouds in the Greek language. In my dream, I was able to understand that this word was in a Greek form. So when the word appeared in the clouds, it grew bigger, and suddenly it fell down and it crushed. Like the sentence of the word fell down and it crushed. When the sentence of the word fell down and it crushed, we all began to run. And as we are looking like behind, where we are like for example, it was like terrifying, like how a word in the clouds could fall down and it crushed into pieces. So people are like, they are like standing and like wondering what had just happened. And then suddenly the Antichrist rose into power immediately. And I saw like the Antichrist with a certain army putting on black garments. And they were moving into a big building. It was like a temple. And there was a very set up platform for him, where he was going to be like where he was going to take power from. It was like they had prepared, like in the temple, there was like an altar. And this man, the Antichrist, was going to take power. Like he was going like to swear in as the new leader on that altar. So at that moment, we began to run like to find safety, because we realized now there had come a new government immediately. Then I realized that these Antichrist soldiers were everywhere. They had surrounded all the place. Then there was a man, I don't know, he wasn't a pastor, but was just like a man of God. And he was saying, if you want to be for God, stand on the side. And if you want to be not for God, stand on the side. So people began to come on the side of God. And the man was speaking to us and he was telling us, I want you to realize Time now is very short and limited. So if you want to serve God, stand and be firm. And then this man was giving us like divine instructions on how things are supposed to be done. And he was really emphasizing how tough things are going to be now. But we realized that now it was too late for us even to preach the gospel in an open place. So he was telling us things will not be normal as they used to be. Like we're gonna have to hide yourself in case for prayer. You're gonna have like to be like into hiding, like in case of anything. And we realized it wasn't now possible for us to proclaim Jesus openly as we used to do it before the rise of the antichrist. Then people are like, I wish I had used that time before, So some of us begin like to regret and crying bitterly, saying, how I wish we preached the gospel, how we wish that we utilized our time very useful before the rise of the antichrist. And then I woke up from my dream when that man was giving us divine instructions on how we are supposed to move on with life after the rise of the antichrist. And that was my dream. So since I want to speak to you like the message. Like the message is like, surely the time is over. If there is anything you feel like God is calling you to do, or you feel like God is trying like to talk to you to step into any area, this is the time. Step out and do your work. The harvest is plenty. The field is plenty, but the harvesters are very few. Since there are people who want to hear the gospel now, there are opportunities. If you can preach the word, even if it is Facebook, even if it is Instagram, you can use it to talk to people. Since time is very, very limited, as I can tell you. Time is coming when the grace is running out. So these are times to make sure that we make use of every single moment we have for the glory of God. This is the time. And I encourage you that stay strong in the Lord. And these are times of a spiritual warfare. And these are times to seek God like never before. That was my dream, and that was the message I wanted to share with you. I pray it blesses you. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for the comments. God bless you.